Howdy-o, everyone! Velocity here, back in action for Murder Attraction. That's right, once again, murder is afoot! And it seems that in Forgotten Turnabout, Kay has amnesia. Or Kay has amnesia. Regardless, things are getting mighty confusing up in here. April 5th, 2:36 p.m. Grand Tower, PIC meeting room. This room is... Would this room happen to be... Yes, sir, it's the Prosecutional Investigation Committee's meeting room. What? Is here? I heard they recently moved out of the prosecutor's building. But I think they moved... But to think they moved here, of all places. Yay! Mr. Edgeworth! Kay! What brings you here to, what are you holding up? We're in the middle of investigation right now. Sorry, but who might this be? Ah, this is my granny! Let me just... Hi there, Sonny! The name's Bonnie Hong! Who the heck are you? She says. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. Miss Jetson isn't young the name of... Granny is the director of the Dai Young, hospital. This old lady is the director. Who are you calling old? She says. She could read my thoughts? Well, so that granny is pretty important, huh? I wouldn't go that far. I mean, yeah, she is. Ah, these people are, the patient's guardians. You know, the ones with amnesia? Seems she's a bit of an introvert. Hey, Sonny, want me to cure that bad case of the frownies for you? She says. I'm afraid that's a curable disease for Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Really, Granny? You want me to say that? I ain't got nothing to say to you whippersnappers. You're free to whatever you want. But you better not get in the way of my autopsy. Please wait. Where... No means no. Hey, you don't have the right to decide that, pal. Sorry. Granny is a coroner, you see. And she's in charge of this case, so... Ouch! So I'm very sorry, but that's the way it is. What do you mean, that's the way it is, pal? Well, even if you ask me, I'm not the one who said it. I kind of feel like I'm watching a comedy act there. Well, we need to get back to the autopsy, so please excuse us. And take care! What's with the attitude? We received permission to investigate. There shouldn't be any problem. That attitude of hers is a huge problem, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, what do we do? We'll investigate the scene, of course. As a prosecutor, I cannot stand by and do nothing. Well then, let's begin. But the policeman said the dead person is also named Kay. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the Kay that you know, Edgeworth. We shall investigate that now. Don't worry. There's no question that you are the Kay I know. Okay. Amnesiac Kay and a corpse Kay. Both are connected to the Grand Tower. I'm certain that this case will lead me to Kay's lost memories. Begin investigation! got it. So could I talk to her? Yes, can I help with you something? Detective Gumshoe. Let's give her this. Is that a badge for protecting someone? Like a badge worn by a hero of justice? Right? No, this is called a prosecutor's badge. I think what you're referring to would be a defense attorney's badge, right? I wonder... This badge makes me feel really nostalgic. As if someone really dear to me showed it to me a lot. Kay's father was a prosecutor. Last little bits of her childhood memory still remain. That's why? Not because of you, Edgeworth? Dang. This is an amazing room. There are large boxes filled with books, a stone sculpture, and sparkly windows. It seems you have also forgotten the names of objects. This might be helpful for recovering your memories. Just repeat after me. Bookcase. Broken safe. Stained glass. Stolen goods. Books on the law. Crooks on the land. Statue of a goddess. Snatched loot of the great thief. All her mistakes biased towards a certain way. Hey, until a few days ago, you were calling yourself my assistant. Looking at me, is there anything you remember? Things I remember, huh? Well, yes, just one thing. Mr. Edgeworth, on the viewing platform above us. Oh? You pointed at me and... Yes? With a really scary face, you interrogated me. That happened just a few minutes ago. Ah, poor Kay. The terror of Mr. Edgeworth badgering you for your contradictions is your only memory. It must be scary, pal! Hopelessness in the end of the world, pal! I should show this detective what true terror really is. Hey, before you lost your memories, you got along well with Detective Gumshoe. Does looking at me help you remember anything, pal? Do I remember anything? Oh, I know. For a while now, Mr. Edgeworth has been getting on your case. That's not a memory. That's just a pleasant... It's a pleasant part? It's a pleasant part of my daily life. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, so Detective Gumshoe thinks it's pleasant. Seems I'll have to get on his case even more from now on. Look. What? What? Is Detective Gumshoe a masochist? That's what I want to know. That's what I really want to know now. What? Well, okay then. We learned something new from Detective Gumshoe. Well, yes, sir. Let's give you that. If you're going to be a prosecutor, if you're not going to be a prosecutor anymore, then what am I supposed to do? Now isn't the time to be thinking of such things, Detective. But it's not fair that the PIC keeps on hounding you like this, Mr. Edgeworth. You haven't even done anything wrong. And if anything, you just rub people the wrong way. You should watch what you say as well, so you don't rub people the wrong way. I mean, he doesn't. K third, yeah. The living K we have here, and the dead K over there. Why do they have the same name? Can't be just a coincidence, sir. Indeed. However, we won't be able to answer that question until we examine the body. It's all because of that crabby coroner. He's only doing her job, but now all we could do is wait. Then right now, since we have some time, allow me to present one of my theories to you, sir. The answer is simple. All the advancements in scientific technology, what if the two Kains are clones? That's the only way any of this makes sense. Let's investigate the other parts of the room until the autopsy is finished. Please don't ignore me like that, sir. I never thought the PIC's meeting room would be right under the viewing platform. It's just saved us the trouble of getting here. In fact, the PIC is actually mentioned in the pamphlet, sir. It's in the Grand Tower's little gossip column. I'll read it for you. The Prosecutional Investigation Committee is located on the 50th floor of the Grand Tower. It's a place where prosecutors turn into ex-prosecutors. So come visit the 50th floor and see the dejection looks on the prosecutors' faces. I am not making it a deject face. Hey, I'm just reading what's in the pamphlet, sir. Alright, we don't need to notice anything, it's gummy. Where can we all look? There's a lot. Oh my god! Blood! This is Lady Justice. Sure, they know a lot, sir. So what kind of powers does she have? She's a symbol of justice, not a superhero. Instead, the scales represent justice. The sword, power, and the blindfold, equality. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Why is there a book here? This is really a huge statue. This is a really huge statue. Why is it in a place like this? She's known as the Goddess of Justice. You might call it a statue for judging prosecutors. Seems the statue was also made by Pierre O'Keefe. Oh, you mean the victim of the IS-7, isn't it? Isaac Dover? Setting aside his background and personality, he really was a brilliant sculptor. But they do say the artists are either geniuses or weirdos. I suppose they would fall into the latter category. And then blood. A pool of blood lies at the feet of the goddess statue. Judging from the pool of blood, it seems that this was where the victim was killed. But sir, the body is over there! After murdering the victim, did the killer move the body? Maybe? Question mark? Maybe the sword? No. I don't think there's anything else for us to look at. So it's just like, there isn't much else here? I mean, this is slightly darker, but like, I doubt that's gonna come into fruition. Yeah, then just pull the blood. Alright, I think I'm done here. And I examine the books. There's rows and rows of books. This solemn atmosphere is kind of scary, sir. Scary? Well, I think that books foster a feeling of familiarity. Actually, I once got in a lot of trouble for running through the library at full speed, sir. And this isn't a library, so a light jog should be fine, right? I don't make sure to stop him. He might actually do it. Might and twice, maybe. Right? You there, tell me the situation about the security of this room. Yes, sir. To enter this room, a special key card is required. I see. In other words, not just anyone can enter this room. The person who found the body was also... Yes, he was a member of the PIC who had come here for today's hearing. A member of the PIC. If not for this case, right now I would be... You are... Oh yes, what is it? That voice. It's Von Karma, right? You know her, Granny? Good to see you again, Doctor. And you as well, Miles Edgeworth. What is she doing here? Francesca Von Karma. She's a prosecutor working with Interpol, and the daughter of Monvid Von Karma. She should be jetting around the world right now. Wherever there is a case, I will follow. National borders mean nothing before me. Your presence here must mean that this case has international significance. You know well enough that I'm chasing a smuggling ring. I shall recover all the stolen goods and crush that organization. Then, does that mean the smuggling ring is also involved in this particular case? Any further information is confidential. I am not obligated to speak of it with you. It won't be that easy. Miss Francesca? Von Karma? Granny says... The autopsy is complete. You're free to do what you want. In that case, we'd like to investigate as well. I've heard rumors about you. No way am I letting you near that body. You're the prosecutor who's going to get the boot. You best run out of home now, Sonny. Just so you know, I wasn't the one who said that, okay? Please, Granny. We need to investigate. No matter what. Hey, Lassie. Who you call a Granny? I'm sorry. We're not getting anywhere. Guess I have no other choice. Francesca, please allow us to aid you in your investigation. We must examine the body in order to find out what happened to Kay. To Kay Faraday? I'm asking you too, sir. Kay's in real bad shape. I don't know what's going on, but fine. I'll grant you permission. You have my thanks. Of course. Didn't I say it would come without a price? You will explain everything to me later. We really owe you one, sir. I wasn't talking to you, Scruffy. Youch! So that is how it is. You would be so kind as to authorize them too, Doctor. I suppose it's fine if he's with a prosecutor from Interpol. Is what she says. I fully agree with Granny. By the Von Karma name, the entire world will be judged. That's just common knowledge. That's rather conceited for common knowledge. Well, it's none of my beeswax anymore. Is what she says. I hope you don't get in trouble for this. You needn't to worry. My reputation will not be shaken by something so petty. Unlike me, who is on the verge of losing his badge. Another investigation. I can't believe we have Von Karma here. Let's go! Granny! I can't believe it! It's so good! Alright, let's talk to the granny really quick. You Sunnies want something? Is what she says. I'm gonna present her this. A prosecutor's badge? I've seen lots of- Ow! A prosecutor who's about to get canned shouldn't be showing off his lingering attachments. If that badge means so much to you, maybe you should have, lived a better life. What is truly important to me is not the badge itself. I'm sure what my granny meant to say was, there are times when you have to obey those above you. Or something like that. Thanks for the advice. Okay. What about this dying young hospital? The Die Young Hospital is a splendid hospital, and Granny's in charge of it. Well, how about it? Would you like to be admitted and experience it for yourself? That's right. Right now, there's an opening in our hospital suite with the outdoor spa. Beyond good health, there's obviously no need for us to be hospitalized. That's right. We're perfectly healthy, pal. That's our sole redeeming feature. So what does he mean by that? Well, you see, the Die Young Hospital also accepts healthy patients. We're currently in the middle of our full-of-life, healthy hospital stays campaign. Those without injury or illness could stay at our hospital for half the price. Why would you need to stay at a hospital if you're healthy? This is the chance of a lifetime. So what do you say? Hospital stay? Hospital stay! You know, an outdoor spa at half price does sound like a good deal. Don't fall for it. Yeah, hospitals are outrageously expensive because they can be. Don't ever stay at a hospital as long as you need to. I have literally only stayed at a hospital. I want to say it was for a solidly nearly a week, maybe a little bit over that. And basically, I stayed because I did not feel like I could do things well, and quote unquote, I could not poop. So, yeah. And then after I got done pooping, they wanted me to stay because I had breathing problems, which is fine. I didn't really have breathing problems. I just seem like I do because the way I sleep sounds bad, but yeah. Miss Jensen, can you tell me about your relationship with Dr. Young? Yes, ever since I was little, I've always been together with Granny. Whenever I got lost, she would search for me until it got dark. And whenever I fell down, she would watch over me until I could get up on my own. What a charming story. He sounds like quite the grandmother's child. After I became a nurse, whenever I'm about to make a mistake with my injections, "Not there, there!" she'd say, she grabbed it. Ow! Ouch! Just hearing it hurts, pal. Just keep those stories to yourself. Anyway, as long as I have Granny by my side, there's no nursing I can't do. I see. I fully understand. Thank you for your cooperation. Regardless of a charming story, they do seem to share a very close-knit bond. Dr. Young, you sure are a masterful coroner, pal. You work with such blinding speed and you make no wasted moves. What do you Sunnies know about autopsies? You don't know the first thing about my work. Allow me to apologize for his rudeness. I'll be sure to reprimand him later. Listen up, youngin'. It is my duty to perform the autopsy quickly and accurately. That's why I have no patience for those who get in the way of my work, is what she says. Are you satisfied? Yes, very much so. Only wish to investigate. We have no desire to get in your way. Looks like Dr. Young's stubbornness comes from a devotion to her work. Well, ain't nothing going on there. Looks like there's a statue bit? But first, we gotta talk to our big sister. Yes, what is it? First, boom. Francesca, I would like you to take a look at this. I'll ask just in case. What is that? It's my prosecutor's badge. And? That is all. Yo! Should be relieved. You felt pain, right? What do you mean by that? Fools can't catch colds, so I thought they wouldn't be able to feel pain either. She's just so, like, down the level, man. Francesco, why are you here? When you're supposed to be working with Interpol? Curious, are you? But it's confidential. I have no obligation to tell you. Response was as I expected. More importantly, shouldn't there be a prosecutor in charge of this murder case? I don't know who it is, but I was hoping it wouldn't be someone completely useless. They're not even here yet. They're late. Just what is that fool doing? Ouch! I have nothing to do with it, sir. I wouldn't think it's very commendable to just whip people at random. I swing therefore I whip. That is my philosophy. I would whip anyone who slacks off in their work. To the yet unseen prosecutor in charge, I hereby offer you my sympathies in advance. Judging from your exchange just now, I take it you've met with Dr. Young before? How astute, Miles Edgeworth. That's right. She is an acquaintance of mine. Back then, it's a long story. Seems she doesn't intend to tell me anymore. I'll leave it at that then. But what happened back then? Please tell me all about it, sir. Ouch! A foolish fool, shamelessly prying into other people's business. Watch what you say, Scruffy. How cruel. Whipping me out of the blue. With great whip comes great responsibility, sir. One good whip deserves another. The Scruffy fool gets the whip. Try harder, worthless whip bait. Yarg! It appears I was right to leave it at that. A murder case involving the PIC meeting room. Since you asked to cooperate in the investigation, I do hope you'll be able to produce results. Naturally. Why do you think I am here? Well, now that you mention it, why are you here exactly? That's right, she still doesn't know about my PIC hearing today. The circumstances behind it are deeper than the sea, sir. Allow me to explain it on Mr. Ow! Miles Edgeworth, I do not care about your circumstances. All that matters now is reaching the truth of this case. Am I wrong? Indeed, there is some truth in what you say. Yes, me. I'll say this. Whipping someone is easier than being worried. Being on the receiving end of the whip isn't. So what if we presented Kay's lost memories? Kay Faraday lost her memories. How dare you let that happen to her on your watch? I have no defense. It's not Mr. Edgeworth's fault. Are you alright? Being badged up like that. Yes. Thank you for worrying about me. Her behavior is certainly strange. Unusual to hear her give thanks like that. Miles Edgeworth, hurry up and get her memories back! Why don't you just admit that you're worried about her? That's just who she is! She's big time tsundere, I love her! She's the best. It's so funny because, like, if you don't know her from the other games, she is complete gushy towards her brother and towards, like, anybody else, really, that, like, she wants to actually protect. Like, despite the fact she is a Von Karma, she took all the good ideals that her dad had, and none of the other stuff. It's so good, and I love it. She's the best. But hopefully not the best. Let me guess, he's gonna show up soon. Oh, fuck. This body! That case, doesn't look like it at all. Of course it isn't. He's alive, after all. Her age is, I guess, around 30, and she's wearing a pantsuit. Maybe she worked in one of the offices in this building? Maybe she worked in one of the offices in the building? So her identity is still unknown. The question now becomes, why did the police believe her name was Kay? One Blessed Tale have inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Well, first of all, could this be the murder weapon, sir? A three-pronged, candelabra. Consistently... A three-pronged, candelabra. It's consistent with the number of stab wounds. He was probably stabbed by the prongs of the, candelabra. A candy zebra? I'm afraid it's not quite what you're imagining, Detective. A candelabra. It's a candlestick holder with multiple arms. Ah, so it's a candle holder. You know, one time I forgot to pay my electric bill, and I had to get by only with candles. What time period are you from? I mean, candles are a pretty good source of looking. This notebook. Huh? Isn't that Kay's promise notebook? This is a notebook she wrote all the promises and her father in. It really takes me back, sir. Yes. Kay's promise to Daddy. Promise 1. Never take things from a stranger. Promise 2. Never go anywhere with a stranger. When Kay was young, she and her father wrote the promises they made in this notebook. Promise 3. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Promise 4. Never cry in front of strangers. Promise 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. However, why is it in a place like this? Now that you mention it, I once heard something from Detective Bat a long time ago. Seems that before anyone had noticed, Kay's memento had gone missing. What? A piece of evidence that was in police custody went missing? Detective Bat frantically searched all over for it, but it seems he never found it. What could this mean? Why was the missing notebook found here? You there, do you happen to know anything about this notebook? The victim was carrying this notebook when we found her, sir. That was the only evidence we had to identify the body. That's why you called her Kay. What a misleading victim, huh? Why did she have Kay's notebook? I sure would like to have some information on the victim's identity. Though... Could this be Kei's mother? It's possible, right? The left side of a white jacket has been stained in a deep red. This jacket, the buttons on the right side. Isn't that normal, sir? All my clothes have the buttons on the right side. A woman is normal to have them on the left side. Mr. Edgeworth, you really do know everything. That's just common knowledge. It doesn't seem to be anything out of place. There's something white in a pocket. The gloves! Pure white ones. Oh, one for each hand, sir. They don't seem to be dirty. Could they be the victims? He has a purple corsage. Something seems to be pinned to a jacket. Made out of purple cloth. Looks like it's been forcibly torn off, doesn't it? It looks like it's been forcibly torn off, doesn't it? There's some blood on a head. Maybe you was hit with something. We don't know that for sure. Our investigation will ultimately clear that up. And then she has blood on her hand. Literal. The left side of a white jacket has been stained a deep red. This jacket, the buttons are on the right side. Oh, it's the same thing. But her hands are literally blood. There's a burn mark on her hand. Is it connected to the cause of death? No, it appears to be an old scar. She probably got it a long time ago. Seems there's something in her hand. Tetra, could you open her hand for me? Yes, sir. Understood. This is... Oh, I know. This must be a gift card from the department store. Yeah! It seems to be a key card. Oh, why? The question is, what was this key card for? Okay, we have a deduction and we have logic. It's for security. Perhaps the key card the victim was holding is for this room. I'll go find out, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, from this room's security system, we were able to retrieve the data of the victim's card. That means the victim was able to freely enter this room. If the card actually belongs to the victim, of course. Yes, of course. So, was it in the victim's possession? Okay. We still have some deducing to dusk. So, I think we have something to deduce here? Or here? Okay, it does it again. I did that on accident. Whoopsie daisies. Come on, please. Oh man, they go through the whole entire thing. Jeez Louise. Okay. So we have key card. And we have this. It does match the victim's chest wounds, and it does have blood here. The prongs of the candelabra are covered in blood. And the shape even matches up with the victim's wounds. Is this the murder weapon with this case? It might be. Why is it shaped like a star? I feel like this will come in handy. This is a rare shape for a pedestal. The spot where it was put on still has this mark. And it would become apparent whether or not it had been placed there. So did she fall on this? Can we deduce this? Yeah, I want to say it's this, but it feels a bit too on the nose? No, it wasn't. I don't know what it is that they want me to deduce. They haven't made that quite clear. Okay, yes, I will look at the evidence and everything. It's fine. The Jamin mask thing wouldn't be a thing. Oh, it's this. It's this. The torn corsage. Deduce that. Yeah, it's connected to this. The purple flower. The purple flower Kay had with her. If one of the original belonged to the victim. Now that you mention it, the cloth does look like the same as the one on the pin. Yes, let's compare them without delay. It's a perfect match, sir. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. We did it. The fact that this flower belongs to the victim means that can only mean that Kay Faraday came in contact with the victim. And about that corsage, it looks like it was forcibly ripped off. There is a possibility that Kay Faraday is connected to this case, and depending on the situation, we may have to consider her as a suspect. What did you say? There's no way that she did it. It's unthinkable. Kay could never do that, sir. However, it's true we have no evidence to deny that claim. It's nothing more than a possibility at the moment. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth? Indeed. For better or for worse. Oh, we're still not done with the investigation, huh? What's we gotta look at now? Could there have been a thing here? Can I examine anything else? I don't think I can examine anything else, really. Meeting room. Can I examine the little podium? If things had gone as planned, I could have been standing here right now. Yes, sir. I'm glad that the PIC meeting was delayed, but the cause of the delay was due to a murder. It's troubling to think that the PIC meeting could condemn my career as a prosecutor. In any case, my top priority right now is to find the truth behind this case. Yeah, but what else do I go do? Do I talk to Kay about something? Oh, I could talk to her about the corsage, right? Alright. So next time, everybody, let's talk to her about the corsage. I think that would be a good handy-dandy bit. Or at the very least, I'll be coming back with what I have to actually do. Till then, sayonara. Bye-bye.